Joining us now, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. It's great to have you back on, sir. Okay, so the Canadian company behind the Keystone XL pipeline officially pulls the plug on it after the president canceled it the first day in office. Your state, Texas, along with 22 other states, are suing the Biden administration over that decision. 11,000 jobs lost nationwide. Where are these suits headed? What's happening with them now?
So we are in federal court, waiting for our day in court. We have made the argument that Obama had 60 days to argue when he was president that this was not in the national interest. He never did that. And so when President Trump came into office and got it going, he was doing so under federal law. And that President Biden didn't have any federal authority to just stop the pipeline and just make it go away.
You know, people in the energy industry are kind of looking at this, curiously, because this seems like grandstanding by the Biden administration. There are about 36 pipeline companies throughout the U.S. with 2.5 million miles of pipeline running across from coast to coast. And now we've got protesters trying to shut down the Enbridge pipeline in Michigan. The Michigan governor wants to seize the profit of that Canadian pipeline. They're saying, we're ignoring you, Governor. We're going to continue ahead. So is this a lot of grandstanding, given how many pipelines are already here in the U.S.?
Yeah, it is grandstanding, and there's no benefit to shutting it down. We lose jobs. We lose energy independence. It's not environmentally good to do it because now they have to ship it by railroad, which is much less friendly to the environment than the actual pipeline. So there's no upside other than just be able to tell the story of the environmentalists that we shut down a pipeline, which doesn't even benefit their story. And so, yeah, it doesn't make sense. There's nothing good about this for the American people.
Are we going back to 1970s era energy policy? That's what Republicans are saying. That's what President Biden is bringing us back to. Do you agree with that? Is that a real thing?
Sadly, it looks like it. I mean, we just had that little energy crunch on the East Coast a few months ago with gas prices soaring, and we could have had the backup with the Keystone Pipeline. The reality is we need the backup, and as energy demand increases worldwide, we're going to need that. Certainly, Biden is realizing that with Putin and allowing them to have their pipeline going into Germany. I think Ted Cruz said it very, very well about what a disastrous choice that is to allow them to have a pipeline and to stop Americans from having access to energy and to less costly fuel.
Russia, China, and Iran are going full bore on their fossil fuel energy projects, and including coal. So we've got the president meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin next week after Biden greenlights Russia's Nord Stream 2 pipeline into Germany. A Russian criminal gang cyber attacked the U.S.'s biggest pipeline, the Colonial Pipeline. So what positioning do we have now with Russia?
So, it's interesting. Under President Trump, we became energy independent for the first time, in states like Texas and Montana and other North Dakota energy producers were really making a difference, and it was creating jobs and wealth for Americans. And now we are going back to the Carter days where we aren't going to be energy independent. We're going to have to rely on other countries that are not particularly friendly to us. So that is if I'm president of the United States, I'm pretty concerned about that. At least I should be.